Before this video start, go and check out What If Naruto Was Meliodas' Son. I did an episode of it earlier. Yeah guys, so today I'm going to be giving you part 11 of What If Naruto Went with Itachi. Hope you guys enjoy, like, comment down below, turn on that bell notifications to be posted, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. If you're new, just take 5 seconds out of your precious time and click that subscribe button and turn on that bell notifications to stay posted. Thank you all for your help so far. You all are really helping me. New subscribers, old subscribers, thank you all for watching the video and commenting down below, and thank you for liking. So last while we left off, Naruto and his team were ready for the exam. They passed the mission of Wave and everything was successful as Naruto told Sasuke to ask Kabuto about Orochimaru himself, Lee, and Gaara. Naruto was the next one to ask about. Okay, said Kabuto as he poured chakra into the card. The next one is Naruto Uzumaki of the Leaf. Well, he's standing right in front of us, how nice. His teammates are Sakura, Sasuke, and his sensei is Kakashi. He has completed 30 D rank, 5 C rank, 5 B rank, and 5 A rank mission. How a genie like you get those? Kabuto asked as he looked at Naruto. It was before I joined this village. I told the Hokage some much needed information and he put them down in my file, Naruto explained. Kabuto nodded in acceptance and continued. It looked like he excelled in all areas of shinobi techniques. His taijutsu is better than Lee. His genjutsu is better than Kurenai. Even his ninjutsu is better than even Kakashi. This boy is truly a prodigy. Nothing else is shown, said Kabuto as he went through to the next card, as everyone turned to look at Naruto in amazement. Except for Sakura and Sasuke, who already know that Naruto was already awesome. The last one, Orochimaru of the Sannin. He has nothing to do with the Chunin exam. Can I ask, why did you ask for him? Kabuto asked Sasuke. I heard he likes snakes. I like them as well, said Sasuke, coming up with a quick answer as Naruto simply stared at Kabuto. Okay then, well, Orochimaru of the Sannin. Kabuto poured chakra into the card, showing Orochimaru's face. He was once of the Leaf Village before he betrayed them by doing horrible experiments on children of the village. His teammates was Jiraiya and Tsunade. His sensei was the third Hokage. There is not much information, said Kabuto as Naruto looked at him. Naruto then stepped forward. Orochimaru is also the holder of the snake summoning scroll. He also holds a lot of ninjutsu under his belt, and his taijutsu technique is quite powerful. He's also able to do some messed up genjutsu, stated Naruto as he looked at Kabuto. Kabuto looked at him and smirked. My Naruto, aren't you a little genius? So, you done your research, have you, Naruto? Kabuto asked. Naruto just turned to look at Kabuto straight in the eye and said, I want to work with the bastard. Before Kabuto could even say anything, a huge puff of smoke blowed into the room. Alright, shut up and listen. I am the first proctor of this test. You can just call me Aibaki. The man who stood at the door was powerful by the aura he sent off. Naruto was only one of them who wasn't affected by that, because even though he looked and acted powerful, He was nowhere near to Naruto's true power. "Alright, take a number and get to your seat," he ordered. Naruto walked to the front as he took a number out of the man's hand. As he went to his seat, Aibaki stared at Naruto for a second. Something was familiar, but he then brushed it off and handed out the rest of the numbers. Naruto leaned back in his chair as Aibaki explained the rules. Naruto simply yawned, already figuring out the point of this test. It was simple to cheat, but to not get caught. It was to see how they could gather information. Naruto already had that covered. He had a clone in the ceiling and one of them hiding in the shadows nearby. And one of them used a transformation jutsu to form in an insect and hovering around the class. He was just waiting on Aibaki to tell them to start. When Aibaki said start, Naruto was waiting for his clone to get the answers as the insect clone popped out of existence. As Naruto then gathered the information that he gathered. He gathered 5 answers already. Now all he needed was the last 4. 10 minutes later, his clone in the ceiling popped away after gathering 3 answers. Now he only needed 1, and finally he got it with the one hidden in the shadows. Once he had all of them down, Naruto flipped the paper over and put his head on the desk. He had another 20 minutes before the 10th question. So he began to wait patiently, and then he fell asleep. As Aibaki saw Naruto asleep as he shook his head, Sakura also see Naruto sleeping as she said, "He fall asleep again? Doesn't he sleep enough at night? Or he just annoy us by sleeping and act like he don't really care about anything?" Sasuke looked over and watched his teammates see Naruto sleeping and Sakura merely looking up at the ceiling while he finished his test as he put his head on the desk. Sasuke then looked over as he saw Aibaki watching Naruto intensely. Why is he watching Naruto? Sasuke wondered as he saw Aibaki staring down at Naruto as Naruto slept. What is going on, Sasuke thought. The 20 minutes were now up and Aibaki waited as he yelled, "Drop your pencils, time is up," as he waited to see if Naruto would wake up. But Naruto was still sleeping. Aibaki get a thick head in his forehead as he was getting mad as he took out a kunai about to throw it at Naruto's desk. He threw it and he was about to turn his back, but then the kunai passed him and slammed right into the wall, piercing it. As he turned around to see Naruto leaning up. "Don't you know that us ninjas never let our guard down?" Naruto asked as he looked at Aibaki. Aibaki nodded as he was really impressed. He then went back up to the front of the class. "Well, since Blonde here is awake, I will continue," Aibaki said as he finally made it to the front of the class. "Now, for the 10th question, I want to know who is going to quit and who is going to take it. If you quit now, you can take the exam next year. But if you take the 10th question and you lose, you will never be able to take the tuning exam again. You and your team will fail." All of the students in the class started to protest as they couldn't believe what he was saying. If they quit, they had to wait till next year. But if they fail, they would have never take the tuning exam again. Kiba was one of them who was outraged by this. People began to get up and leave because they want to take the exam next year. They don't want to be banned from taking the exam ever again. Sasuke and Sakura were starting to worry as they turned around to look at Naruto. Naruto then whispered to them, without saying a word, just the movements of his lips, "Sit down. We're going to get through this." As they then let go and calm down as they leaned back in their chair like Naruto. Aibaki watched Naruto's team. They were so synchronized and all of them just leaned back. All of them didn't feel fear or anything, as he just ignored them for now as he watched most of the students got up and leave. By the time everyone was gone, there was only 19 left. Just 9 teams left in the tuning exams. As Ibaki then went on to talk, I must say to you all, congratulations on passing the first part of the tuning exam. What? Most of the students said. We pass? As Naruto team was confident they have complete trust in Naruto, so they knew that Naruto must have knew about this. So they just sit there not saying a word, as the rest of the teams hailed in enjoyment, knowing that they're lucky that they stay behind. Ibaki then went on to tell them that there was no 10 question and he wanted to weed out some of them and see who would give up easily, and if they would give up so easily, they had no right to take the second exam. As Ibaki then congratulated all of them, then the window burst open as someone flew into the room as the person stopped right in front of the board as something was pinned up. Read, Anko, the sexiest woman alive, as Anko then take off her cape as she revealed her face waving a dango stick in the air. I am the proctor for the second part of the exam, she stated. And my full name is Anko Minarashi. As Anko looked at Naruto, Naruto looked at Anko with wide eyes as they met before, as Anko clenched her fists as they went into a flashback. Naruto at age 7. So in the last flashback, I told you that Orochimaru sink his fangs into Naruto's neck. Naruto yelled out as Orochimaru sink his fang into his neck, as Naruto was stunned. He hadn't noticed a snake right behind him, but now he was in pure pain as he dropped to the ground. He had already completed Kisame, worked out, training for the day, and he was really exhausted and tired, but now his entire body was feeling pain all over. Naruto couldn't help it as he felt Orochimaru taking his fangs out of his neck, as it felt more pain rushing down into his very soul as Naruto screamed out very loudly. He then collapsed on the ground, grinding in pain as the curse mark formed on his neck. 3 commas circling each other, showing that Orochimaru has marked him. When Naruto was in pain, he didn't realize that Deidara, Sasori, Kisame, Itachi Pain came into the hallway to see him on the ground. Itachi activated his Sharingan and Kisame held his Samiara in front of him, ready to attack. As Orochimaru was still there, taunting Itachi as he licked the side of Naruto's face. As he looked at Itachi, Itachi's Sharingan was spinning violently as Pain then slammed Orochimaru into the wall with the force of a small almighty push. Orochimaru cringed out in pain as he said, well, with that, it is time for me to abandon the Akatsuki, as he then burst into a bag of white snakes and they all speed off. As Itachi yelled Amaterasu, burning some of the snakes to a crisp, but some of them managed to escape, leaving Naruto on the ground, screaming in pain and agony. Itachi rushed over to Naruto as he picked Naruto up. Naruto realizing the gesture and the feeling of the hand. Naruto calmed down as his eyes were closed as Itachi carried him to the room. They still slept in the same bed. Itachi refused to put Naruto in the same room as the hyperactive Tobi. Naruto whimpered and whined as Itachi placed him down on the bed. He was still in a lot of pain. Itachi realized that Naruto is trembling. He grabbed the blue comforter out of the closet, placed it over Naruto to keep him warm. Kisame came running in with a bowl of water and a rag, which Itachi removed Naruto's goggles and placed it on his forehead, the rag that was dipped into the water. His forehead was burning up. What did Orochimaru did to him? Kisame asked, not seeing the mark on the boy. Itachi didn't answer. Pain was standing at the door and he answered, Orochimaru has put his curse mark on the boy. Naruto is weak at the moment, while Orochimaru tried to take over his mind. but I'm sure if Itachi stay with him, he will be fine, Pain explained. As he left the room, left Itachi in the care of Naruto. Not that Itachi would left anyone else to take care of Naruto, he was too protective after all. Kisame then leave Itachi to take care of Naruto, as all through the night, Itachi's eyes were beginning to get heavy as his body was telling him that he was tired, as he still stood up watching Naruto as Naruto was thrusting. Only thing that calmed him down was when Itachi placed another rag on his head. He was always burning up, and the moment Naruto could feel Itachi there, Naruto calmed down, but then it acted up again as he thrust in his sleep. He was sweating until the bed was completely wet. Itachi just went to lay down with Naruto, causing Naruto to stop move, as Naruto quickly relaxed, as the pain of the curse mark wasn't so much again. Itachi realized that Naruto stopped thrusting around, as he realized that Naruto has fallen asleep. Itachi looked at Naruto with a tired face. It has been hours. As Kisame came back into the room, Itachi, you really need to get some rest. Let me stay with Naruto. No, it's fine, said Itachi. Any idea how long this would last? Kisame asked as he looked down at the Naruto who is still burning up, but he's now asleep. I have no idea what Orochimaru curse mark does or why he made it. If I had more information, I could do something about it, said Itachi. As Kisame nodded his head in understanding, hours has passed again, as it was now morning and Naruto fever has broken, but Naruto was still asleep. Naruto slept for 5 days to regain his power, his strength. It was now the 6th day as Itachi was still lying down with Naruto. He had spent a lot of time with Naruto. Itachi felt Naruto's hand move as he looked at Naruto as Naruto's eyes snapped open. Itachi looked at Naruto, crimson eyes, but that wasn't the deal. It was the fire marks on Naruto's left arm. It was black marks shaping the fire from the curse mark on his neck. Back to Naruto and Anko, the both of them stared at each other as the both of them placed their hands on their neck. Naruto knew who Anko was and what was she doing here, but he didn't expect that she would be the proctor of the second exam. As the both of them stared into each other's eyes, the curse mark activated on the both of their necks as the both of them felt horrible pain. What is this? Said Naruto. Is this supposed to happen when you meet someone else with a curse mark? As he was going through some uncontrollable pain, Anko had to lean against the wall as the pain was too much. After some seconds, the pain stopped as Naruto said, damn it, I have to get stuck with Orochimaru's stupid little toy, as he looked at Anko. Plus, she's damn crazy, Naruto mumbled out, but Anko heard him. I would shut it if I was you, Fox. After all, I'm your superior in this village, she said, as she glared at Naruto. As she put her hands on her hips, Naruto looked at her as he released some strong killer intent as it watched over everyone in the class, even making Gaara flinch. It doesn't matter, said Naruto, since you lost to an 8-year-old boy. She was on the same team when Naruto met up with Guy. She was on that team. It only took 3 moves for me to beat you, said Naruto. As Anko clenched her fist in pure anger as Ibaki looked over as he chuckled. It's been a long time since he saw anyone get on Anko's nerve this way. She was a bit scared. He could see her shaking. Are you two done? Said Ibaki as he said, Anko, why don't you tell everyone about the second phase of the tuning exam? As she nodded, as she then tell everyone to follow her. Alright, you little brats, said Anko. This place is known as the Forest of Death, a highly used area for tunings to train at. Anko then went on to tell them the rules about these 2 scrolls. Now, since there are 27 people here, meaning 9 teams, I will be putting 5 Earth and 5 Heaven scrolls in this battle. And take a look at the terrain, she said, as she pulled out a map that she showed them the surrounding area and the towers. Naruto quickly looked over the map as he memorized it in his head as she then rolled up the map. Okay, now here are the consent forms, said Anko. What are these for? Sakura asked. So, if you die in this forest, you wouldn't blame the Leaf Village because it is quite well that some of you will not make it out alive, said Anko. So, try not to kill many people, Fox, she said as she turned her head. Say that to my face, you excuse of a snake mistress. Naruto then moved as he saw a kunai coming towards him. Anko flinged the kunai that cut Naruto's cheek as she then appeared behind him with another kunai at his throat. You shouldn't talk like that and insult me unless you want to lose your head, you little brat, Anko whispered in Naruto's ears. Naruto then awakened his eyes as his eyes turned crimson reds as he sensed something. Something was off. He sensed the snake. But this wasn't Anko. She was eating a lot of dangos. Dangos are the stick with the 3 balls on it. And she was really full of that. He could smell it all over her. But Naruto could smell snake somewhere else. He could smell a stench of Orochimaru. Where is he? Said Naruto. Naruto twitched as he also smelled death and decayed flesh, as he knew instantly who it was. But what is he going to do? Attack him head on in the forest or what? Anko turned around to see a girl with a long tongue that is dressed from the grass country, as the long tongue had a kunai in it. You know, I wouldn't sneak up on someone like me if I was you, said Anko as she cautioned the girl, as the girl said, I'm just here to hand over back your kunai, as Anko grabbed it out of her tongue. Well, thank you, said Anko. Anko went back to the front of the class, while Naruto took the paper from Anko as he brought his team over far away from the grass ninja. As Naruto was shivering, what's the problem, said Sakura, as she placed her hands on Naruto's shoulder, as Naruto said, he's here. But guys, I'm gonna end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, get someone past 150. But I'm off now, guys. Peace.